before we even get it, I gotta know. What are your thoughts, Wakanda Forever, Chuck?
I think the movie fucking lasted forever.
Welcome back to a Nas review of The Nerd and the Nympho. We'll leave that for you guys to figure out who is who, which is which. Black Panther has come back to the theaters. Wakanda is forever.
It was
Uh,
so long, dude.
it's so true. It was like 2 hours and 40 minutes, something like that, or
It might
250.
as well be
It was
three.
almost three. It was almost three
Almost three
hours.
hours.
Yeah. We definitely felt every minute of it. That
Yeah.
is for sure.
Spoilers here, by the way. Spoilers.
Yeah. But we haven't spoiled anything yet.
No,
Nothing has
but
been
we're going
spoiled
to.
yet.
We're
But then,
going
yeah,
to.
we will. Yeah, I guess we should just say spoilers now before
Yeah.
we slip up down the line with it
Yeah.
within this.
I know. I got notes, dude. I gotta look at
But
my shit, dude. I got notes, dude.
yo, seriously, on my left here, I got my little doc up, my Google Doc, my pros and cons.
Let's
So
see.
I think before we spoil it though, let's give everyone like a little recap. It's like this is the Black Panther sequel. We got, obviously in real life, Chadwick Boseman passed away, unfortunately. It's too bad. Dude left a freaking heavy, heavy mantle to have to carry on. But with that, they followed in suit in the film. So T'Challa has passed away, and now Wakanda is trying to figure out a way to move forward without their king, without a Black Panther. We remember in the first Black Panther, that Killmonger burned all of the heart-shaped herbs, so now they don't have their source of power to become the Black Panther. What do they do now? So this movie is pretty much going into that mentality with them trying to figure out what do they do with that.
Yeah, and I wish they would have figured it out a lot fucking sooner. Because it was okay, so first I guess maybe first I'll give my grade, right? My letter grade.
Yeah, let's go with what's the overall review
I
of
give it a
it?
C.
Okay. Okay. That's going to make mine sound a lot harsher now.
Really?
Because usually our number grading sounds a little bit more lenient than your letter grading. I feel. I give it like a 5. A 5 out of 10.
No way.
Yeah.
Dang. You know
Yeah.
what's funny about our show is we're supposed to be like kind of opposites, and
I
so
know so
far we're
far we've been
kind
on
of the fucking same, dude.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe our list of notes is where we might clash a bit. Because
Okay.
I do have some pros. There are things I thought were good.
Yeah, there's some things that I liked, but overall I felt I was bored. Just general stuff here. I was bored. I almost fell asleep like twice. It
I
dragged.
think the guy sitting next to me did fall asleep.
Yeah,
I
it's
heard that.
yeah.
Either he's dying or like he is knocked the fuck out.
Or you were there for so fucking long, he just
Yeah.
died of old age.
Yeah. And
But
it was like the
like,
last 30 minutes. I just heard the guy like it's like he conked out.
yeah, no, it was just long, and I love Wonder Woman. That was a great movie, right? The female centric movie, but this movie, like, I feel like I know Namor was in it, and I wanted him more,
Yeah.
more, and
More na more.
more, Namor. But it was it really lacked another strong male presence for me, at least. Like M'Baku,
Yeah.
I think he could have had more to do.
Killed
Freeman,
it. Killed it for the moments he was there though. No?
I don't even remember him being there, dude.
M'Baku with his carrot?
Yeah, I don't remember him being there, dude.
Oh
Martin
man.
Freeman, what's his name? Ross.
Ross,
Um,
yeah.
what was the point of him being there? Besides, I feel like maybe they're setting up, the Thunderbolts and
Yeah.
other movies, but he didn't need to be there. Neither did Julia Louis Dreyfus. Like all that kind of just seemed unnecessary. Ironheart
Yeah.
didn't really care. Her suit was the costumes. I hated all of them. What was the one? I wrote it down. The one, the
The one
angel
the
something,
oh yeah, the Midnight Angel.
Midnight
I think.
Angels. They
Yeah.
look like Shape of Water monster,
Yeah.
right?
I can
Fuck.
see that. Yeah. It felt like it felt like a Shape of Water. I don't know if you've seen like the quarter owl stuff with Batman,
Yeah,
but I got a
quarter
little bit of
owl.
essence of the Talon
A
quarter
little bit
owls
of
thing.
that
Yeah.
fish guy from Hellboy.
Yeah. Yeah. His suit. Yeah. Yes. Because of those
Yes.
eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, like ugly. Ugly. Their suits were all the costume design was terrible. Like I don't know. What do you go ahead. We're all over the
I'm with
place.
so far I'm with you with all you've said. Yeah. I think a big thing for me, it felt long, obviously. So pacing was off. The editing is what really did it for me. A lot of the editing felt really quick cuts, kind of choppy. Like the fight scenes. Granted, Black Panther, the first movie, had some issue with fight scenes also. Like that last battle scene with T'Challa and Killmonger,
Yeah, that wasn't great.
it wasn't good at all, and
Yeah.
that's because the CG artist didn't have enough time to work on it, so that's not
Yeah.
their fault. But in this, like, you can tell there was probably some really good choreography that was developed for this, and I honestly feel bad for the crew because I know they put a lot of hard work into those scenes, and
Yeah.
for it to get cut up and just pieced together the way it was, the lighting in a lot of those scenes wasn't really well done, so
Was
you
it
couldn't.
dark? Did it seem dark to
It
you?
was real dark. Like remember that first fight scene we see, this is, I guess, kind of spoilers, but it's early in the movie where we're seeing the Dora Milaje defend what is
In
like
Boston, I'm
a
afraid.
vibranium like area
Right.
from some French military
Oh
dudes.
yes, couldn't see anything.
Yeah, it was so dark in there. It's like, if this looks like almost like a lab, why is it so dark? Shouldn't it be bright as hell? It
Yeah,
was so weird.
yeah.
You
And then
couldn't see anything.
when they went to try to get the vibranium under the ocean, and the what's the Namor's people called? I can't think of their name right now.
In comic books they're Atlanteans. In this they're what, Talakoyan or something like that.
Yeah,
Uh,
when
Ta-
they got I couldn't see anything. That first scene with the helicopter and stuff, I couldn't
yeah.
see anything. Like I was like, is this me? And I was like, is this me? No, it's dark. I'm like, that really ruined it for me a lot too, because I was like, I can't see anything. I'm gonna close my eyes, and I did close my eyes a couple of times. I was like, what happened? Like it was just, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I wanted to like it more. The end fight we talked about too a little bit. Some of their cutscenes was they were fighting, then it was back to the ship, then back and back and back and back, and I was like, what am I invested in here?
Yeah, it's
I don't know what I'm
disconjointed. It's
invested in.
totally disconjointed. You can't follow any of it at all. And this was mentioning that, like, that was the big battle scene.
Yeah,
That's
it
the
didn't feel
big
like it.
moment.
It didn't
This is
feel
what.
like it.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it was a earned buildup. Honestly,
Yeah.
like, it was like we were in that final battle. I didn't feel like that was a final battle. It
Yeah.
easily could have kept on going to build up to a real final battle.
Yeah, like that's the start, and maybe they're gonna go to that island, beach, or whatever, and have a big battle there. Just
Yeah,
how much fighting can you really do on that ship? Like,
before it goes down,
yeah,
which it never did. They get like
yeah, and they
we're
blew it
definitely in
up under,
spoiler
and it
territory
still was
now.
there,
So
right?
yeah, they at this point, I'm just gonna call them Atlanteans. They're
Okay,
Atlantean in
they're
my opinion.
Atlanteans, yeah.
That's what they should be. That's what they are. All right. So
The Naboo, no,
yeah,
what's good?
the Naboo. But like they blew up the under side of that
Yeah,
ship with a bunch of their grenades, and it looked like it was about to sink, and it looked like it actually was sinking. But it took like what, half an hour to 45 minutes to not sink.
to not
It didn't
sink.
sink at all, but it looks like it was. It's like, how long are they gonna
Yeah,
be on this
Titanic
ship?
stunk in like 20 minutes. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, get a move on, man. And Titanic's a long freaking movie too, but
And
once we
that's a
started
long movie
sinking, we
too.
sank. We went down. We went.
Okay, so what did you like about it?
What did I like?
You like thinking like, let me think. Let me keep
uh,
drinking so I can think of something I liked here.
well timed, Chuck. Okay, something I did like. The actors, like the MCU, that's one thing we can't fault them on. Like, they are always on top when it comes to acting.
Mhm.
I feel like even the weakest performance is still better than most performances we see in other superhero films.
Right.
So everyone was still top notch. But the scene stealers, the one who probably carried the movie on her back, was Angela Bassett.
Yes, she was awesome.
Like, she was ridiculous. First of all, ageless. I
Oh,
feel
she
like
looks
she looks the
great.
same way she did when she did What's Love Got to Do With. She played Tina Turner. No
Yeah.
difference. She's a powerful woman. You feel that. Like, she is such a great presence on screen. She as the queen, she was Black Panther in my opinion.
Yeah.
She didn't need the herb. She didn't need the suit. She was freaking powerful, freaking majestic, regal. Everything about her, I was following her all the way.
Yeah.
And when her scene happens and it's very tragic, I was actually kind of taken aback. I was like, holy shit, I don't want to lose her. I'm
Yeah.
watching this movie because of her right now. No one
Yeah.
else is carrying me forward through this story but her. And
Yeah.
I thought she was just amazing. Like I could have honestly, if they didn't get rid of her, I could have watched the part 3 of her being Black Panther.
Yeah, for sure.
And with those arms, she could be Black Panther. Honestly, like she was more. Can we just mention like how Angela Bassett was more ripped than any other character on this movie? Like more than Namor, more than Shuri, more than the fucking Dora. Like she is freaking toned as fuck.
Yeah, she still looks freaking great. She's got to be well into like her 60s at least, and
I'd say so,
I
right?
know she's more ripped than I am, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Which
what else did you think?
uh besides like I thought M'Baku was still a standout himself, you know, as much as we didn't get to see him, but he's a good character. He's got good he added levity to a lot of moments where like this movie was definitely very I don't want to say dark per se, but just dreary and melancholy and you know it's sad because we're in mourning. The whole movie is just us in mourning because of the loss of T'Challa and everything and you feel it. And it's handled well. Like everyone's emotions of how they grieved was reasonable. It's how
Right.
people would go through that kind of thing, you know. But for 3 hours, I don't want to go through that. Like I don't see
Yeah.
this, but we said positives. You wanted pros. Uh, I think what's his name? Tena Huerta, who played Namor, not bad, you know. And every like I'm pretty sure I've stated it before. It should have been in Atlantis. They should have got a Mediterranean actor to play him. Be true to the characters. Namor is old. He's an old character. This is a character that was created during World War II, same time as Captain America, and was seen as a hero to fight off Nazis back in the day. So, granted, he has had some villain moments in the Marvel comic books, but for me, it's like, all right, you're going to give us representation. He's going to be Spanish. Man, I don't want to be a bad guy if I'm going to be represented. I don't, you know, why do I got to be represented that way? Come on.
I every time he came on, right, or they talked about Mexico and this, I was all
Yeah.
right. I would do that, and
Yeah.
then and then when he kills Angela Bassett, I was all I'm like, and I still was all I'm
We did
like,
that.
like, yeah, we did. Yeah, that was for us. That was for
Uh,
Mexico. It's I was
but he did good. He did really good.
Yeah, he
I
did
liked him.
great. I think he
Yeah.
was a good villain, or I hear the word anti-hero, but he was kind of a villain. Like I didn't really see any really. I mean, he's protecting his people and whatnot, but what good did he do? Because I think even at the end, when he's like, "I yield," I still feel like he's got a plan. Like they're gonna come to me and I'm
Yeah.
gonna wreck them, or something, right? Like he's got a plan still. It's not a true alliance. It doesn't feel like.
No. Yeah. That was something I discussed with my wife last night. Is like he's supposed to become a hero. Like eventually Namor should be an Avenger. He should be a part of the Illuminati. He's a big figurehead in the comic books. He's also a very old mutant, so that's a big deal. So maybe he'll be with the X-Men at some point.
Yeah. Oh,
Right now,
that too. Yeah, he called it. He
it's
said he's a mutant.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's true. Like he does feel like a villain to some essence when he has
Yeah.
that conversation with Nemora, and she's like, you know what happened? We're supposed to defeat them, and at first, like I like that it seemed like he had a change of heart, and it's because of Shuri sparing him. But then
Right.
when he says that line, he's just like, oh no, the Earth, like the land people or America, thinks that Wakanda's, the people behind it, they're going to attack them, and then they're going to need us,
Yeah.
and that's our moment. That's like, man, you're still bad. I thought you learned something. But you know what? That's also part of Nemo's character. Like Nemor is an imposing character, very alluring, but devious. Like you never know what he's up to. All that really matters to him is his people. At the end
Right.
of the day, that's all that matters, protecting his people.
Yes.
So to that, they're still true to his character. So I can't, be upset with that.
Yeah, and I liked him. I liked his character. I liked his powers. That was definitely the standout for me. I mean, obviously Angela Bassett was great,
Yeah.
but to me the standout for that was Namor. I thought he was good. I thought Shuri did a good job. Leticia Wright, is that her name? Leticia
Yeah,
Wright?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she did a great job. Like I said, I just felt the lack of like another, like, I don't know. I mean, I hate to be that guy, to be
But a
that guy.
positive male figure.
Right. Right. Like
Yeah,
just and then Baku, he was there, but I felt like he wasn't. And maybe when he was there, he was cool, but I feel like he didn't really have a lot to do. And then kind of at the end, he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna be king." And I was like, did you just slide that in there?
yeah.
It's kind of like, you know, when you slide in the wrong hole a little bit. It's like, you just slide that in there? It's like, but you knew you were going for that hole the whole
uh,
time, but you
is
just try to slide it in there.
that
That's
and is
what it
that
felt like to
nonchalant?
me.
Is that nonchalant?
Yes, that's what it felt like to me, where I'm like, they just slid that
uh,
in there. That's a big deal. How big of a deal was it in the first one? Who was going to be crowned the next king? It was a
yeah,
huge deal. And at the end, it was just like, boom, yo, who's going to challenge me? And then that was it. And no one's going to challenge him. So I'm
yeah.
assuming he's just going to be king, unless I'm wrong. Like,
It feels like it. For me, it's like, does that mean he's Black Panther?
right?
Because generally, how you see how their dynamic is, whoever is the king is also Black Panther.
Right.
So does Shuri just give it up after
It
just
looks,
getting it?
it seems like it,
Right?
right? Like,
Yeah, that's what I got from that too.
yeah, and then the big, not big, but I guess a big reveal at the end, at the mid credit scene, was that T'Challa and what was it? What was the girl's name?
Nakia,
Nakia, yeah. Oh, that was the best part of the movie.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
got a,
Lupita Nyong'o, man.
yeah.
She's it's this is how gorgeous Lupita Nyong'o is. My wife, after watching it, she's like, freaking Lupita, man. She's like, oh, those shapes.
Yes.
Like she's
Hey,
just dying over like
yeah,
how gorgeous she is.
that was the best effects, or the best scenery, the
Best
best imagery.
costuming and everything.
Yeah, best. Yeah, I was like, really? I didn't know that. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Anyway, so she has a son with T'Challa, and then his real name is T'Challa, right? So
Yeah.
I'm assuming, as far as just outside of the realm of that story, or the DCU, the MCU, that's them recasting T'Challa, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In a very weak way.
Yeah, it's like you spend this whole time, years, and this whole big movie with Shuri taking up the mantle of the Black Panther, only to kind of be like, she's a placeholder,
Yeah.
like
And
that I
Umbaku would
didn't.
take it, and now his son will take it. Everyone gets to
Yeah,
play with the Panther
everyone.
powers.
Yeah, and it's funny because I'm like, no, just let her do it. Even though I'm like
Yeah.
clamoring for like a strong male presence, I'm like, okay, but I don't want it that way. Like, more organic, in a way that feels earned.
Yeah.
And that I didn't like. I mean, it's cool, his legacy. Okay, I'm cool with that. But like, for them, it just felt kind of lazy in a little bit. Like, we're recasting T'Challa, this guy. But it's not
Yeah.
going to be this
It's
guy.
not this kid, it's someone else.
It's gonna be not this guy with a lisp here. It's gonna be the other guy.
I am the Black Panther.
I am the Black Panther. Do you still collect CDs? It's like, no, everything's like digital now. But okay, kid. So, uh, but yeah, I don't know. So what are your final thoughts on this?
uh, stuff. Lots of stuff. I think, well, here's some thoughts I have also, just the fact that, like, I don't know where you were at when it came to the recasting, not recasting thing. I think they should have recast T'Challa, personally. I think that they should have recast him. They could have got an amazing actor, which was what is his name? Sometimes I fuck up his name, but he played
Candyman?
Black Manta. Yes, he knew exactly who I was talking about. Yaya Abdul, right? Yaya something.
Yeah, Abdul.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yaya Abdul Mateen.
yeah,
That
he's
dude would
good.
have been a
He's
perfect
good.
replacement. And granted, yeah, it's gonna be hard to replace Chadwick, but not replacing him is saying multiple things. That A, there's no other good black actors out there
Mhm.
that can do this part as good as he could, and then B, that only that it's just Chadwick. He is like, it's not like it's two things. It's just the one thing. It's like how they say with Robert Downey Jr. is the only Iron Man. It's like, no, we can have other Iron Men. Other
Yeah,
people can do this.
yeah,
And so, like, I felt that's kind of insulting to the character and everyone else. But I had a solution. This is how I would fix this movie and rewrite this. You could still keep Namor as the villain,
Hmm.
but recast and kill off at the same time. So I don't know what the hell was happening in the beginning. I'm somehow supposed to believe that Shuri couldn't figure out a way to save her brother. Like, did he just get the virus
That
like
was in my notes. That was
five
in my
minutes
notes.
ago?
Why couldn't they freeze him like they did the Winter Soldier?
Yeah,
Why
like
can't
they
they freeze him until she?
figured it out.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
yes. This is in my notes, dude. I'm
it's
looking
because
because
it's
I
a
was
big deal. It's
sick.
a big plot hole. It's a
It's a big
big
plot
plot
hole
hole.
because she ended up recreating it in a fucking montage, which was stupid in my eyes too. It's like
Yeah,
I can't do this. He's dead. I can do it in a montage though, in a 5 minute montage, and then we're good. You couldn't fucking freeze him, do your
and then
five
figure it
minute
out.
montage, and then save his life. You know,
Yeah, like it
like
just
that. I did not understand.
how long did he have the virus for? You know, like I just feel like there's such an advanced, so smart culture. There's no way that it just happened and then he died. Like, no, he
Yeah,
probably knew for a year that he had this virus. You know,
yeah.
and it's like, nah, I just can't. I can't believe it.
Yeah,
It was
and
too
it's
quick.
weird because that was too that was very real life, right? Life imitating art, art imitating life kind of thing. Because
Yeah,
he had that, he was sick and he didn't tell anybody. He only told, I guess, the people that really
yeah,
needed to know, and that's how they played it in the movie. Which I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean,
yeah. And that's the thing. It was too secretive. There's too many secrets coming from T'Challa's character in this movie. And I don't think he would have been that way, considering in part one, we see that his dad too had too many secrets. I see
yeah,
T'Challa learning from that and be like, no, I can't have secrets. I got to let everyone know what's happening. So he would let everyone know that he's dying. He would let everyone know that he has a kid. Like the fact that the mom knew that he had a son, but yet his sister, who he seems so close with,
didn't know.
didn't know.
That was
It's
weird.
just like that doesn't make sense. Like you don't know these characters anymore because he died and you forgot what they all would do in a situation. It doesn't make any sense to me.
And so, how would you do it? Because I have an idea too
So
now, real quick,
so here's
before
my
you're
fix.
done.
Here's my fix for it. Because so far this phase 4 MCU has not really been good at tying everything together. Like a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
people
there's
that
a
I
lot of one
know,
offs. Yeah,
yeah, a lot of people I know who aren't very familiar with the comic books feel lost right now. They don't know where it's going and what's to come. So I feel like you start tying in things within this film. We already know about the incursions and the rifts because of the multiverse that happened within Loki, No Way Home,
Doctor Strange.
yeah, Madness in the Multiverse or whatever, Multiverse of Madness. All that stuff happened, right? So Wakanda, being one of the most advanced cultures, probably notices this. Shuri is seeing things, especially since after Endgame, like they started keeping an eye on the world and the galaxy. So I think she would have noticed things. Her and her brother would have talked it over, like, all right, I'm seeing some tears in our reality. I think I have a solution, but you're gonna have to go in the tear and try to fix it from there. He goes through the tear, he ends up in another world. Through this whole scene, you don't have to show his face. You can just have him in the Black Panther costume,
True.
and then have a voice that sounds like him. You know,
Yeah.
anyone can sound like the Black Panther.
Yeah.
It's very,
I never freeze. Yeah.
yeah. So that's how you handle that. He gets sucked up in there. A year passes. He doesn't come back. They think he's dead now because he hasn't come back from that tear, and they still move forward like in mourning, thinking he's gone. Namor comes in, and all that stuff can still happen. And then at the end, you have your post credit scene where Black Panther comes back, but it's not our T'Challa. It's the T'Challa from that Earth that he ended up on. And
Yeah.
then we find out that our T'Challa sacrificed himself to save that one, but that the incursion destroyed that Earth. So now we have a new T'Challa, new casting. You know, like we've seen within the Spider-Man films, you can have different actors play that same character. You
Yeah.
know, and then now this new T'Challa has to adopt this Earth and kind of relearn things because he doesn't know all these people. You know, but that's it fixes everything. It's a nice patch, and you still have the same story.
I love it. I love it, George. And I have a simpler solution that's not gonna make any fucking sense,
All right, but I'm here
but I
for it.
love it. But I love it. Somehow, and you can fill it in because you're better at this than I am. But Michael B. Jordan is still alive.
Okay.
He becomes Black Panther, but he's a wild card still. You know what I mean? Like he's
Yeah.
still kind of like Negan from The Walking Dead, kind of. It's like
Okay.
okay, like you're. kind of good. We kind of trust you now, but we're not really sure. We don't have a choice because we can't beat Namor. So we got Michael B. Jordan as the new Black Panther. And he's still a wild card throughout the whole fucking series. That's
Yeah,
what I would
because he would have killed Namor.
Yeah.
He would have killed him without
Yeah.
thinking about it.
Dude, he would have killed fucking Thanos if he was alive.
Yeah.
I know it, dude.
Although in reality, you know what? He wouldn't have killed Namor. He would have teamed up with Namor
See,
because
there's that
Namor's
too.
proposition. We were like, okay, yeah, frick the world.
Yeah, and see, and that's the conflict, the internal conflict he has between like what T'Challa did for him, and he showed him mercy, and he's like, and
Yeah,
that's why there's that conflict with Killmonger the whole time. This whole movie, the next movie, Secret Wars, Kang Dynasty, all of it. Like he's always teetering. Like, can we trust this guy? Don't know. Like Loki, another Loki, but you know, Black Panther. That's what I want. But I just like Michael B. Jordan. Maybe I'll just wait for Creed, but whatever.
yeah. I
That's
mean, I like him too. Like, I still like. I'll say Killmonger wasn't my favorite villain because at the end of the day, he was still doing bad things.
yeah.
You know,
He's still doing bad things.
yeah,
He's still a bad guy.
his none of his stuff was justified in my opinion. Like he was still trying to cause a form of genocide. And it's just
Yeah.
like that's not good. Like you're not.
You're out. That's not
Yeah,
cool, dude.
yeah. One ridiculous wrong does not make a right. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my thing with that. I'm also like, how come there was no Avengers at the funeral?
Oh yeah, maybe.
T'Challa shows up for Iron Man's funeral, but yet no one would show up for T'Challa's funeral.
Well, Iron Man didn't show up because he's dead, so
Well,
he's
no, that's reasonable. But everyone
he's
else,
got an excuse. What
everyone
does
else that
everybody
was
else
at that
have?
funeral, you know what I mean? Like we could have had old Cap, we could have had Bucky. Bucky has a relationship with them.
Oh, he
How come
does.
he wasn't there? Even Ross. Ross could have been there.
Yeah.
A freaking Black Power, have freaking Rhodey come. Freaking War Machine. Why wasn't he there? I'm
Black
just
Power.
saying, like,
Where was Falcon at?
where's the Falcon? Seriously, where are these people? Like, they should have been there.
Black Power.
Uh,
Where was Rhodey?
I'm just saying, it's true. Like, if this is a moment to unite, let's say all of the black characters, like the same way we had the women
The
women unite in
scene
Endgame.
in Endgame.
Why not have all of them come to here? You know what I mean, and show their respect.
All the
I
black
think it
guys.
would have been fitting.
Oh my god!
But
All
yeah,
right. So overall, I give it
overall,
a C.
C, 5C, C5.
5C5. Do better, Kugler, or
Yeah.
somebody. Do something. Do something. I don't know.
So which is the better black for you, Black Adam or Black Panther?
Black Adam.
Black
I
Adam.
enjoyed it more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally enjoyed Black Adam way more. Like, I will never watch this movie again. Maybe.
Yeah, there's no rewatchability for
Like,
this.
I might
That's how I
fast
felt.
forward through it to watch the Namor parts, like once it's on Disney Plus, or I'm in my iPad in bed, maybe like, oh, Namor, nope, done. But I'll definitely watch Black Adam again.
That just got weird. Now I'm just imagining you're in bed and you're just like on your iWatch, like
Namor.
Namor.
Yeah. And just so everybody knows, I had a link and I watched it on my iWatch. I was like, yep, just how Kugler intended, but
Which is probably even more depressing.
no, I went to the theater. That's what we think, guys. So
Yeah. What do you guys think? Which one of you actually like this film? Like, can anyone say something that was so redeeming that this should be an A movie? Like, this is an A plus. This is a perfect 10. Let us know. How are we wrong? We're not, but let us know anyway.
let us know. Convince me to even move it up to a B minus.
Yeah.
Convince me. Leave a comment. Convince me.
Until then, you can watch us every Tuesday at Not a Strong Start. And don't forget to hit those noti bells and subscribe, comment, definitely comment because we want to know what the hell you're thinking. We're not mind readers, but you can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at Not a Strong Start. I am J'Challa. Follow me at Nicolopolis.
I didn't change mine, but I'm Killmonger, and I wish I was in the movie more. By the way, shout out to Michael B. Jordan for his dope cameo. That was the best part of the movie.